Greetings, salutations, Charlton66 coming at you once again with another video. Hope everyone is doing well, and thanks everyone for who's been chiming in on my videos, watching them, and commenting. I do appreciate that. I love seeing the comments, and I do appreciate that. Today's video, I'm going to do my top 25 westerns for right now, plus 2. I couldn't do I have 27 here. I'm going to do 25 plus 2. These are not in any order. I like them for various reasons. Some of the westerns, it's a big genre for comic book collectors, like war comics and westerns and superheroes, and obviously the other, the genres together for comic books. But westerns are hit or miss. Sometimes they're really, really good, and that's like anything, and sometimes they're not really hitting the mark. So to speak, with the Gene Autry comic books. I'm a big Gene Autry guy. He's one of my personal heroes, and love his movies, his music. I got a big collection of toys and 78s and all sorts of stuff concerning Gene Autry. But the comic books, while I love the covers, the stories are not really as exciting as it could be, so to speak. They're good, but they're not up there. I just, I don't want to put that out there. Because they're a much better Western story-wise than, again, Dell put out. Obviously, they're aiming at children, and the comic books were geared towards that when Dell put them out. I'd much rather have the Fawcett series. Gene Autry had run very few issues with Fawcett at the time. Again, there was a much more sought after, much more expensive for obvious reasons. But I'm not to... I don't want to downplay Gene Autry. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying compared to some of the other Western stories from Marvel, from Emmy, Atlas, those kind of stuff is much more exciting story-wise. So onwards, one of the first comics I want to talk about is it's a pretty scarce comic book. I've been collecting. I've been on the Emmy bandwagon, Magazine Enterprises, Straight Arrow, Durango Kid, the Red Rider. And of course, Ghost Rider and Bobby Benson's Barbie Riders. This is the first issue. It's a scarce comic book, but it's one of my prized westerns in my collection. It's pretty nice shape. It could be much wider, obviously, but it is what it is. I'm happy to have it in my collection. Onward with the Barbie Riders, Bobby Benson. This has an awesome Ghost Rider cover by Dick Ayers, and I met Mr. Ayers, and he signed it right there. Great cover. It's a Western cover, horror cover, all in one. It's a great series. Really digging it. It's one of the Magazine Enterprises. Good stuff. And from Emmy as well, Best of the West #4. I picked this out because it's got a great snapshot of some of my favorite characters on here, and plus Ghost Rider, signed by Dick Ayers, right there. The feature of I can't remember who does the artwork for Straight Arrow, which is one of my favorite features, but Tim Holt. I think it's Fred Gardner. He looks like, it says Tim Holt, but it looks like the Red Mask. So I don't know what goes on with this issue here. It's interesting. I know Frank Bull did the Red Mask feature. Look at that splash page. It's just awesome stuff. The Durango Kid. Yeah, Tim Holt. Plus the Red Mask. Okay. Get my stuff confused here. But again, nice Best of the West issue. Like I said, signed by Dick Ayers. I know there's a lot of talent. The stories are really good. They're exciting stories, cliffhanger type stuff, and they're really good. I've mentioned it before. Bill Black from American Comics did Best of the West reprints in the 90s and early 2000s. They reprints a lot of the Magazine Enterprises stories and features and characters and write-ups and stuff about them. Just text pieces, interviews, and that kind of stuff. Which is, you ever see any of the Best of the West out there other than the original issues? Pick them up. The reprints are fun. You can find them at conventions, less than cover price. So I recommend them. This is Sky Sheriff #1, Breeze Lawson. Just love this issue, love this cover. And nice ME of the Durango Kid, Charles Starrett cover. The reason I picked this, nice bright yellow cover and nice Charles Starrett cover here of different poses and stuff. But I like the popping of the yellow and with the black. Looks really cool. I think Fred Gardner does the artwork on the Durango Kid. One of my favorite covers. It's Atomic Weapon cover, #7, which is pretty high grade. I'm pretty happy to have it in my collection. And from my friend Mike, Night Tiger Comics, Straight Arrow #5 is my earliest issue from 1950. I showed this before when I did the unboxing of the AOK. But I love this cover. It's nice white cover. And it's my earliest issue of Straight Arrow, which love the series. I love the radio show. Here's a great cover, #52. Such an awesome cover. Again, from Magazine Enterprises, is Straight Arrow. Another ME title, Red Mask, Frank Bowl. See, Tim Holt had the Red Mask that way, and Red Mask has his mask on over his eyes, so that's a different look. This is Red Mask 45, nice high grade copy, awesome Frank Bowl artwork and cover. Another one of my favorites. It's got a lot going on this cover, horses and Indians and just really cool stuff. #46, Red Mask. Another great Frank Bowl cover. This is number 46, if I didn't say so. I showed this recently, Kid Colt #107, with the alien cover, nice Kirby Air stuff, Jack Keller story. Underrated artist, Jack Keller. He did a lot of stuff for Marvel, Western-wise, and he did a lot of stuff for Charlton and their hot rod and racing car genre of Charlton books. Another one of my favorites because it's got tons of features in it. Is from Marvel Western Gunfighters. I've got the whole run, but I just picked #1 because again it's the first issue, and again it has tons of features in it. And again, the later it got in the series, the thinner it got. So I like the square bound issues. Got a lot of stuff going on in there. #5 from Western Gunfighters. Love this cover. Ghost Rider appears to be shot, hat off, laying there. Love the perspective. If no one didn't want to buy this off the rack, there was something wrong. I mean, this just screams buy me. Another one of my favorite Western covers and Western characters, which is everyone's Lone Ranger. Everyone likes the Lone Ranger, but this is one of the cooler covers with the American flag and the look on the Ranger's face with these 2 6 guns. Just a great cover. This is number 76, I think. Have to have some Charltons in here, of course. The Masked Rider, Masked Raider, Masuli Mastroserio. That's how you say his name. Did this great cover of the Masked Raider. They reprinted this later on in one of the other westerns. Can't remember what they reprinted this from, but the cover was just colored different, more darker, more muddy, not as clear as this cover. And Sheriff of Tombstone, number 4. I just love the shot of this, the 6 gun, the sheriff badge on his belt with the gloves, and the green logo. It just really looks really cool together. Number 4. And Buffalo Bill Jr. from Dell, 4-color number 798. I met Dick Jones, who played Buffalo Bill Jr., and he signed it for me here at the bottom, he's a really nice guy to meet. I got a picture of me and him together. Heck of a nice guy, very humble. Great TV show if you've never seen it. Put out by Flying A Productions with Gene Autry Company. Put out Buffalo Bill Jr. and Range Rider of the Flying A, which I've got some of those. Dell put those comic books out. One of my earliest Gene Autry comics shows Gene Autry and Champion, his horse, him and Champ on the cover. This is Gene Autry number 10. Got a crease going through the cover, but these photo covers really take the damage when they get damaged. You can really show up the kinks and stuff with the covers. I think this is a file copy. I've never seen this before on a cover. It's got a date of May 19th, 1954, and deposit number, which is handwritten 12649 on the book itself. But it's a high grade copy. So I'm thinking some type of file copy. I don't know for sure. I'm just speaking here, but I love this cover. One of my higher grade Gene Autry books, and that's what I was telling you about right there. If someone out there knows what that is, please let me know. I can't get the glare off of this thing. My man Gene Autry. Another great Western comic, Space Western number 45. With Spurs Jackson and Space Vigilantes. This is my only issue. I'd love to get more of them, but they're highly coveted, and people keep them in their collections. So it's hard to find them out in the wild, at least in this area. This is, like I said, number 45, the Space Western. I think it was a part of Space Adventures, and I think they went off to Space Western and back to Space Adventures. I do believe. I can't say for sure. This cover is really cool. The Western Kid number 1. I love the blue and the action depicted here. Really good stuff. One of my other favorite Marvel characters is Red Wolf. This is his first issue. It's hard to find in gray because of the black cover, but this is a pretty nice condition. I think I have the whole run, if I'm not mistaken. I bought them in a set, but number 1 was bought separately before I bought the rest of the issues. So, one of my favorite 2-gun issues, number 77, 2-Gun Kid, signed by Dick Ayers. Right here at the top. One of my favorite covers. People say it's a prototype of Black Panther, but I disagree. I think it's pushing it, but he's called the Panther. He's black in black costume, so I don't know. It's kind of pushing it, but anyway, some people say that. Mighty Marvel Western, which is just like Western Gunfighters that Marvel put out. It's an anthology of all the cool Western characters. Kid Colt, Rawhide Kid, and 2-Gun Kid. Great stuff. Great covers. It's a fun collection to get. They're kind of pricey for people who are not into westerns, but they're worth having in your collection. It's a fun series. A lot of nice reprints and just fun stuff. Western Roundup #1. I picked this out because it has some of my favorite characters, well, heroes. Regina Archie, Roy Rogers, Johnny McBrown, Bill Elliott, Rex Allen, and it varied who was going to be in there. Sometimes you see a Johnny McBrown. Um, uh, I think mine had some Buck Jones stories in there, um, but it's a great anthology Dell put out, Western Roundup. I have almost a whole run. I don't have them all. They're hard to get in any type of condition. As you can sit here and see, there's a crease here. It had cardboard covers, so a lot of damage was done to them. Just like a lot of the Dell Giants cardboard covers, there was puzzles in there. Kids would do the puzzles, and they were well read and well liked. So anyone who collects Dell books understands that. Any old any old Dell books, it's hard to find them in any decent shape. But again, this is Western Roundup #1. There's all my favorite characters. Nice shot of Gene there. And one of my favorite writers, Western writers, is Zane Grey. And Dell did a lot of those Western stories. Were not really true to the source material, but enough there to want to collect them. And they were loosely translated from some of his stories. And but this is such a great character, Nevada, which one of Zane Grey's characters, and this is Swords of the West: The Return of Nevada. It's such a great cover. It's a nice, pretty decent copy as well. And last but not least, love is Gil Kane cover. Giant Size Kid Colt and the Knight Rider, which is Emmy's Ghost Rider, and Marvel got the character. Everyone knows him as Ghost Rider or Knight Rider, but it's such a great cover. Them going into action together. Nice blue background. Everything just pops on this cover. It's such a great, it's a fun read. So that is it right now at this present time, which is my top 25 Westerns, my favorite Westerns at this time, plus 2. Again, ask me tomorrow and I'll have a different 25 plus 2. So anyway, hope everyone enjoys the video. Comment if you choose to do so. I wish you will. I love reading the comments and responding back. I do appreciate the views and the subscriptions. Hope everyone has a great Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys later.